Today I am going to explain you about routing information protocol. So I am going to deal here with the how you will configure this routing information protocol using the three routers. Okay, so for that let me take the three routers here. So router 0, router 1, router 2. Okay, so let me take some end devices as PCs. So let me connect these devices together using fast Ethernet port. Okay, so I have connected these routers with the PCs. Now let us connect these routers together. So in order to connect these routers together, we have to do some changes inside the routers. So let us start. So go inside the router. First turn off this routers. Select the WIC1T card here and drag and drop. Okay. Then again turn on this router. Similarly for this router. So has since this router required to be connected to two ports, one from this side and another from this side, so we require the two cards here. So we have to select these two cards. Okay, again turn on this router. Similarly for this router, turn off this router, select this WIC1T card here and drag and drop. Again turn on this router. Okay, so let me connect these routers together. Okay, so I have connected these routers together. Okay, so let me assume some of the networks here. So I will, between this router and PC, I will take 192.168.20 sorry 10.0 network. Okay, so now this is 10.0 network, and I will select this interface as 192.168.10.1 interface for the PC, and this interface as 192.168.10.2. Okay, so similarly I'm going to take between this router and PC the network as 192.168.20.1, and here I'm going to take 192.168.20. Sorry, this is 20.1 and this is 20.0 network here. So this is 20.1, and for this interface I'm going to take the IP address as 192.168.20.2. Okay, now similarly for this, between this router and this PC I'm going to between this router and this PC I'm going to take as 192.168.30.0 network, and for this PC I'm going to take 192.168.30.1, and for this port I'm going to take 192.168.30.2. Okay, similarly here I am going to take between these two routers the network as 10.0.0 network. According to that, this interface I am going to take as 10.0.0.1. Similarly, here also I am going to take as 10.0.0.2, and here I am going to take as 10.0.0. Sorry, I am going to select the network as 20 and 20.0.0.1, and for this interface and for this interface I'm going to take as 20.0.0.2. Okay, so here I have assumed some of the networks here. Okay, now you have to assign the IP addresses to these devices. So in order to assign the IP addresses to these devices, let us now go to the PC0, go to the desktop here, sorry, go to the desktop and IP configuration. So now I have taken here the IP address for this PC as this 192.168.10.1. So therefore I need to assign that 192.168.10.1. It will take automatically default subnet mask and default gateway. So my default gateway is nothing but the IP address of this port. Since for this network, this port will act as a gateway. Therefore, my default gateway will be this 192.168.10.2. Similarly, here 192.168.20.1, and again I will take this as 192.168.20.2. So this port will act as a 20.2 network. Okay, that is, this port will act as a default gateway port for this network. Okay, now similarly for this PC, you can assign the IP address as 192.168.30.1, and again default gateway as 192.168.30.2. Okay, so here you have to keep in mind that you have to remember the IP addresses of these default gateways. Why? Because when you are configuring the routers, you have to assign the same IP addresses for these ports which you have given in the default gateway. Otherwise, there will be some error in the configuration. Okay. So now I have already assigned the IP addresses to the PC. Let me configure this router. So for this router 0, I have two ports connected here, F0/0 as well as serial interface. Now you can see here this serial interface is also having a clock signal. So for these interfaces I have to assign the clock rate here. Okay, so let me configure this router. Go to the command line interface, no enable configure terminal. So interface F0/0, IP address 192.168.10.2, 255.255.255.0, and this is no shell. Okay, now again there is one more interface, that is 0/0/0. IP address I have given here as 10.0.0.1 and subnet mask as 0. Sorry, you have to assign the clock rate here since there is a clock symbol. Clock rate 64,000, and again it is no shut. Okay, no shut. You can see that the signals has been changed to greens. Similarly, I have to configure this router also. So here there are three interfaces connected to this router, that is serial interface 0/0 here, this one with no clock, serial interface 0/1 with clock, and this interface F0/0. Okay, so already I have marked these IP addresses to these interfaces. You can configure this router now. So here no enable configure terminal interface F0/0, IP address is 192.168.20.2. I have taken here 255.255.255.0 and no shut. Again there is interface here serial 0/0/0. IP address for this is I have given 10.0.0.2, 255.0.0.0. Since there is no clock signal, no need to add the clock rate here, just no shut. Again one more interface is there here, 0/1/0. IP address here, it belongs to 20 network. So interface serial 0/1/0. IP address here, it belongs to 20 networks. Therefore 20.1, 255.0.0.0. There is a clock signal there, so we have to assign the clock rate here, and again no shut. So you can see that here again the signals have been highlighted to the green color. Okay, now similarly we have to configure these routers. Here there are two interface, again F0/0 as well as serial interface with no clock. Okay, so let us configure this router. Go to command line interface, no, enable configure terminal interface F0/0. IP address we have given as 192.168.30.2, 255.255.255.0. No shut. Okay, again there is one more interface, serial 0/0/0. IP address we have given as 20.0.0.2, 255.0.0.0. Since there is no clock, no need to add clock rate, and just no shut. Okay, so all the signals here have been turned to the green color. That means we have correctly assigned the IP addresses. Let us now check whether these PCs are going to ping each other or not. For this purpose, let me try from the PC0 to ping to the PC1. Go into the command prompt, ping 192.168.20.1. So you can see there that destination host unreachable. It is showing as destination host unreachable. So in order for the connectivity to establish, we have to perform this routing information protocol here. Okay, we have to perform this routing information protocol, or RIP. So here I'm going to configure this routing version 2. Okay, so you know that this is a classless routing. Classless routing means it don't carry sorry it carries the subnet mask. Okay, and supports VLSM also. So I am going to configure here routing information protocol version 2. So for this, go to the router first. So here you have to write router RIP. So you have to write router RIP. Next, enter. We have to give the version here. Version 2 I am using here. So remember that whatever the version you are giving for this router, the same version should be given to all the other routers. Otherwise there will be error. Okay, so remember we have to give the same version for all the routers also. Okay, now see, next, for this router, whichever the networks which are directly connected here, this 192.168.10.0 network and this 10.0.0. network. So these two networks are directly connected. So you have to write here network 192.168.10.0. Okay, next network 10.0.0. Okay, only the directly connected network you have to write. Now if you check the routing here, show IP route, you can check here. So here these two networks are directly connected. These two networks are directly connected here. That is 10 dot as well as this 192.168.0 network. Okay, so now you have to configure this router. You have to configure this router also. Okay, so it is router RIP. Again you have to give the same network, same version. Now which are the networks which are directly connected? So you can write the networks here. It is connected to three networks: 10 dot network, 20 dot network, as well as 192.168.20.0 network. Okay, so three networks it is directly connected. For that purpose you have to write 10.0.0 network and network 20.0.0 network, again network 192.168.20.0 network. Okay, now exit. Now you can check it. Show IP route, sorry, show IP route. So you can see here we have connected this 192.168.10.0 is connected. 192.168.10.0 network is connected here with the help of this 10.stat rip, and here this one represent the number of hop count. So here from this router to go to this network we are encountering here only one router or one hop, therefore it is showing as 1. Okay, now similarly you have to assign here. So write whichever the networks directly connected. So first router rip, again we have to give the same version here, version 2, and directly connected networks, it is connected to 20 dot network as well as it is connected to 192.168.30.0 network. Okay, so exit, so you can check it. Again you can find that this the rip has been configured here. Okay, rip has been configured. Now if you want, we try by checking, we check by pinging these PCs. So here ping 192.168.20.1. So you can check here we are getting the reply from the 192.168.20.1 PC. Okay, similarly I am going to check here to the third PC 192.168.30.1. So you can see again reply is coming from the third PC also. Okay, if you check from this PC to other PC, so ping 192.168.10.1. so here we are getting the reply. Okay, again if I check the third PC 192.168.30.1 also I am getting the reply. Okay, similarly for the third PC also we can check here ping 192.168.10.1. so we are getting the reply from 10.1 also, and if I check 192.168.20.1 also we are getting the reply. Okay, so this is about the routing information protocol. So friends, if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and please comment. Okay, thank you.